Today we're going to explore a new feature of Haiku called Rubrics. We're going to learn how to create a rubric and be able to grade students' projects online, activities, discussion boards, papers, multiple assignments that you can create and grade online, all with using a rubric. So let's get started. Log into Haiku. Once you're in Haiku, you're going to scroll over all the way to the right where you can see your avatar. When you hover over your avatar, a drop-down menu appears. Go all the way down until you find My Rubrics and click on My Rubrics. Once you're in My Rubrics, you probably will have a blank page. I have a page with discussion board posts on it because I've already created a rubric. But we're going to create one together now so you can learn the steps. If you scroll over to the left, you will see the plus Add a Rubric. Click on Add a Rubric. A window will appear where you can choose the type of rubric that you want. Do you want to do it based off of points, or do you want to just supply them with evaluation feedback? I'm going to do point-based rubric. Click on that and then hit Continue. Once you do that, it's going to ask you to title your rubric. So I'm going to title mine Discussion Board Posts. I'm going to select the level, which I teach multiple grades, so it will be 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I'll select all subjects because it's a generic rubric that can be used for any type of discussion board. I'm not going to give a description because it is what it is, discussion board posts. And then I'm going to click Continue. Once you're in, you will notice that a chart appears. It creates the criteria over on the left-hand side where you have the option to change any title that you want to be part of your rubric. Just by clicking on it, you'll see that the edit window appears. As you scroll over, you'll see the level. Level is the point value. You can change the word level at any time by clicking on it and giving it text to appear. So, for example, I'm going to create my first criteria. So the criteria title over here is going to be Initial Assignment Posting. Then I'm going to give it a point value. So the level, the first one, is going to be 0, and it does not meet expectations. And I'm going to keep the point value at 0. Underneath that, I will give the description of what I'm talking about, which is posts no assignment. So if the student posts no assignments, he's going to get a 0 for the initial assignment posting. And I would continue to do that for each one of these blocks. So for example, the next one might be a 1 point value, and I would give partially meets expectations, meaning he did a few of the things right. And down below, I would write posts adequate assignment with superficial thought and preparation. Doesn't address all aspects of the task. And I would keep doing that all the way across. Just to provide you with one more example, I might change the criteria for the next block, and I could call it the follow-up. I like students to contribute to other students' work when they're posting with a follow-up. And then I would create more explanation under each one of the blocks as I went across. After you're done with that, you'll notice that the discussion board is written as a draft. You want to make sure you make it active when you're actually going to use it. So just keep that in mind. You can do that by going over to Manage Rubric, save your rubric, or make your rubric active. I would save your rubric, and I would also make it active. So we're going to save the rubric exactly the way that it is, except I'm going to call this one 1 because I already have one. and then you can go over and you can make it active. Now it says rubric discussion post is now active. When it becomes active, that means you can actually use it. It's no longer in draft mode. You can share this rubric with other teachers if you want. When you click on it, it'll just ask you for their email address, and you can share it with them and they can use it as well. Or you can print the rubric out. Now I'm going to just take you back to the rubric list to show you a finalized. So there's a discussion board post as a final product. These are my criterias or my categories that I will be grading them, and these are the expectations that I'm looking for them to meet. And that's how you create a rubric